Welcome to the Tax Relief Center. If you owe the IRS back taxes, before you do anything else, watch this brief video. Most people under pressure from the IRS simply want their tax debt to go away. They don't know who to trust or who to turn to, and they don't want to be treated as a number by the IRS. They want someone on their side to resolve their back taxes and deal directly with the IRS so they don't have to. Watch this brief video featuring BBB A+ rated tax relief specialists and attorneys who explain how they are working directly with the IRS so taxpayers can get relief and move on with their lives.
I have a lot of satisfaction from my job. When I go home at the end of the day, I know I've helped somebody either A, save their home, save their retirement, somehow save their future, because the IRS is relentless. They're not going to stop. I tell people, I say, when you compare bill collectors, regular credit card debt, things like that, it's an annoying little puppy dog. An ankle biter, it might be yapping, it's annoying. The IRS, my analogy is it's the big bad wolf. It's pounding on the door. We need to address it. So if you're looking for the help, start with the free consultation. Let us talk to you. Let us find out what the issue is. Let us find out if we can help you.
We are going to fully assess your situation ahead of time. Within a few minutes of having a conversation with us, you will know immediately that we care. You'll know immediately that we are actually trying to fix your problem and seeing all the options that may be available to fix your problem. And once we get to the bottom of your situation, and it's not just money, it's family, it's what's going on in your life. Every situation is different. It's like a snowflake. Everyone is different. And so because of that, we want to get to the root of the problem. We want to know what your goals are, not just getting a levy lifted, not just freeing up a bank account, not just making sure that your job is protected. It's also about maintaining your household. It's also about being able to buy that house someday. It's also about being able to go to college, go back to school someday. These are all things that these tax matters, if they're not handled correctly, you're not going to be able to do those things. So every case is different. We want to be able to customize a plan that's going to be able to meet your needs and one that's going to be able to help you accomplish your goals.
You need the expertise. You need an expert who knows what they're doing to navigate the IRS, to get over those hurdles and not fall for the intimidation, the pressure. Use the letter of the law. That's what we do here. We follow the letter of the law. We'll put that in. We put the ball in your court, in the client's court, instead of the IRS's court.
It's not as bad as what you think it is. There is a solution for every single problem out there. If you haven't filed for a couple of years because you got afraid, that can be fixed very quickly. If you are missing W-2s and your 1099s and you're not even sure where to start, that can be fixed. We can address that. If you have just debt and you just need to figure out how to restructure yourself so that you can get back on track, we can fix that.
If you have a tax debt and you're worried about it, if you have 5 minutes, there's no reason you shouldn't talk to somebody that knows more about the industry than you do, knows more about the IRS than you do. The worst thing that can happen is you wasted the 5 minutes. But certainly we have thousands and thousands of clients that call, and we can provide them with so many more options and insight into why each option is good and bad for them. If they call the IRS on their own, the IRS is not going to do that. They're going to try to collect as much money as possible. And it's not that the IRS are bad guys or anything, but that's just what they do. Their job is to collect money. And, they go home at night and, they have to sleep as well. So they're not trying to rip people off. But at the end of the day, they don't really care if the client can pay their bills or, can put their kids through school or save money for retirement. But we have that extra level of care because that's our position in the world. We're here to help people. And with us being here to help people, there's no reason why somebody with a problem that we're good at solving shouldn't reach out to us for a couple minutes and see if we can help them.
There's an immediate sense of relief when clients just get on board before the issue is resolved and we have things, some final closure. It's just knowing that they're not alone. They don't have to be embarrassed about it. There's a ton of people in this situation, and we're here to walk them through it and to get the issue resolved.
I think that as soon as they pick up the phone and start speaking with us and we reassure them that, hey, it's going to be okay and there are options available for you and we're here to listen, you talk and we listen, you tell us the problem, we give you the solution. And Our free consultation is really important because you don't have to hire us. I hope that you do because we have a great team behind you, but you don't have to hire us. But at least you'll be able to walk away with the confidence that you know there are options out there.
We have a mantra here, I think, that sets the tone for everything that we do. And that is that we want our clients to be fully informed with reasonable expectations about what we can do. Now, when individuals call us, they actually have a very serious situation they're facing there. They're looking for help. They're looking for some closure, some peace of mind about some matters. And one of the things that we do that separates us from most of our competitors is that, first of all, we have our review process that allows us to go through a consultation with the client initially, hear their expectations, and to make good and sure that we line up our resolutions that clearly meet their expectations and to give them a chance to know what can and cannot be done. Before a dime is accepted from our clients, we want to make good and sure that we invest our time with them, do our discovery work, and take it to another step called a review, where we review all the records and have another conversation with the client to make good and sure that everything lines up with what we've heard initially, and to make good and sure that we reinforce what their understanding is of what we're planning on doing. If we can determine that we can meet their expectations and clearly help them, we will move forward with the case. If we can't, we will let them know why we can't. And of course, part ways as friends. But we're always going to accept a case solely on the basis of us being able to be successful, and we will not take a penny until we can make that assessment.
We're not going to tell you what you want to hear to earn your business. We're going to be very open and honest with you, so not everything's going to be good news during this consultation. Most people really respect that because it wouldn't do them any good to tell them something that can't happen. So I'll let them know that up front and right off the bat. Sometimes it's not good news. Sometimes I have to tell them, look, we can't do this, but here's what we can do.
When you talk with your debt consultant, we understand that you may not have all the information right in front of you. Never don't talk to us because you may not have every piece of paper in front of you. It's not necessary. I don't need you to tell me what the last year was you filed your return. I need you to give me a somewhat basic understanding of what you think is going on. Because the moment that you send your contract paperwork back to us, which allows us to access information from the IRS, we are going to find out exactly where you stand. And then we're going to look at what you want to accomplish and what your debt consultant has laid out, and we're going to make sure that 100% it matches precisely what you need. And if we need to make an adjustment, we're going to make an adjustment now. We're not going to do this down the road. You are going to start your case with us with a plan on paper, who's going to do what gets accomplished. That's it from the get-go. And you haven't paid us a dime to do this. We make sure that your case with Tax Defense Network meets your goals and is reasonable, fully informed with reasonable expectations. Every client will be fully informed with reasonable expectations.
At the end of the day, I know that we're being truthful. We're going through all of the options with them, saving people's homes, saving people's paychecks, saving people's bank accounts, keeping them from having to wait on hold for an hour and disclose everything that they maybe didn't have to disclose to the IRS. Just taking the headache off of their shoulders to know that, that's a weight they don't have to carry anymore. Not only do they have to talk to the IRS anymore, but they don't have to worry about the next letter that might come. They don't have to worry about whether or not they're going to be able to take care of their kids. I myself have a special needs child, so I couldn't imagine not being able to provide for my son, both my sons really, but for my family, I could not imagine wondering whether or not my next check is going to be garnished. Giving people that peace of mind, you can't put a value on that.